Welcome, welcome. So glad to have everyone here today and happy Lupus Awareness Month. Welcome to our third virtual Lupus Health Conference of 2026, presented by the California Lupus Foundation. I am Shante Davis Patterson, and I'm one of the leaders of the Sacramento Lupus Support Group, and I also have lupus myself. Today, we have a great session planned for today, and this is the second Saturday of Lupus Awareness Month. So I hope you all are wearing your purple today and all throughout the month, because we want to make sure that we are celebrating and bringing awareness to lupus. So before we begin, we want to make sure you take the survey at the end of the session. This is the only way we can hear what you liked and any suggestions of what you would like to see in the future. So please take that survey. It really helps us out. Also, it helps us with grants and other sources of funding. So now today, I am pleased to introduce a longtime friend of the California Lupus Foundation, Regan Birr. Regan is the founder and executive director of the Lupus Research Foundation in Minnesota. She has served on the board of the Lupus Foundation of Colorado and worked with the California Lupus Foundation for many years. Regan is also a lupus patient. And soon after discovering ways to implement movement, Regan obtained her fitness certification and started teaching Regan Moves. 10 plus years later, it's still going strong. She's also a motivational coach, and we're going to be hearing some of that motivation today. She wants to share with others how she worked through the emotional and physical aspects of her diagnosis. She helps people gain hope again. Regan lives with her husband, Todd, in Minnesota, and she's a musician and a national anthem soloist and has had the honor of speaking to many groups across the US. So today, Regan is going to be sharing her lupus journey with you, and then she's going to lead us through some exercises. And after that, we'll open it up to some questions. So welcome, Regan. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Shante. That was a beautiful introduction. I really appreciate your kind words. And Maggie, I want to thank you as well for organizing this wonderful event. And I'm so happy to be with all of you here today. What a blessing and what a joy. Today, I want to talk to you about the good is in the getting. We too often focus on the actual result. Did we win the game or lose the game? What is our goal? And is it a goal at work, at home, or at a church group or any other organization we are a part of? Or maybe it's just a personal goal. I truly believe that when we focus on the journey as to how we get there, including the whole process, whether that's our internal journey or journeys that we set up and put together with our team, the journey is what makes the goal, even if we achieve that goal, even more successful. I want to enjoy my life. I want to feel a life of peace while still achieving my goals. I like to say, I want my cake and eat it too, literally and physically. So, together, many of us have had these seminars, and I've spoken about ways to improve our energy. I want to include some of that today too, and then get into the psychological and emotional aspects of having a life we want. Now, Shante, I hope you're cool with this. I would love it if people put any comments or questions in the chat or save them for the end of our session today, but feel welcome while I'm talking to inject your thoughts. Also, I do recommend having a piece of paper and a pen with you today because I'm going to give you a little bit of fun homework. All right, let's get started. Nationals curling with Todd in Kalamazoo. This is a few years ago, and I do the Olympic ice sport of curling, you know, where you throw the rock and you sweep and you yell at each other and you say, hurry hard. And you're basically just trying to hit a target with a 40-pound granite stone across 135 feet of ice. Okay, so I was getting embarrassed because I was having trouble making my shots. I was missing the broom, which means I was off target. And sometimes I was really heavy, like I was throwing the rock too far. And I said to Todd after the game, and Todd's been curling for decades, and he has a world bronze medal from 2007, and he's also a team captain, so he's a pretty good teammate, knows a lot about the game intellectually. And I said to him after, I'm really embarrassed about this. And he said, you know what? We all miss. He said, even I miss. And some of my best curling, this is in Todd's voice, happened to me after I turned 40. So, number one, don't assume you're going to make the shot. Don't assume you're going to miss the shot. Don't assume because we have more experience than some of the younger curlers that we're going to win. We don't want to take any of that for granted. It's basically the concept of putting one foot in front of the other with baby steps. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. It's similar to that, but it's more performance-based. So I said to him, okay, when I'm sitting down in the hack, the starter blocks, basically setting up, getting ready to throw the stone, what do I tell myself? And he said, don't think about if you win the shot, you're going to win the game, or if you miss the shot, you're going to lose the game. Say to yourself, I'm going to hit the broom and throw the right weight. I'm going to hit the broom and throw the right weight. So that dials in to all the practice hours that I was putting in. It taps into my muscle memory, my emotional state, and my breathing even calms me down when I think of those technical things that help me actually make more shots. I'm sure we can all relate to this in business. It's like, I'm not going to call and get a grant approved. I'm going to call and share my mission with somebody. I'm going to call and hopefully make a new friend. So it's focusing on the actual process, and it just magically ends up getting you more success. I want to share with you what works for me. In my pocket every day when I'm out, and when I wake up in the morning, I take it out of my pocket and I have it sitting on my dresser. My goal. What is my goal for the day? And what would my goal be when I'm curling? And what is my goal when I'm having coffee with a potential new constituent? For me, it's be well. And that means work well, like work efficiently to the best of my ability. And the big one here is in all capital letters, I've written enjoy every second. So that's for me. And what I had in my pocket when I was curling, and when I need to take a breath, maybe after we just made a great shot, but I had to work really hard sweeping and I was panting, I put my hand in my pocket because my hands are always cold. I want to warm up my hands. And then, oh, there's this little piece of paper in my pocket, just a recipe card. And there it said, throw to the best of my ability and enjoy every second. There's a bit of stubbornness to that too, isn't there? I'm determined not to let stuff get me down. I will enjoy every second, even if my opponents don't. So that's how I approach my business as well, which, as Shante said, is the Lupus Research Foundation. Okay, something that ties into that is, what are your magic bullets? In order to enjoy our process, and let's face it, whether you work from home, and even with my peaceful, beautiful view, sometimes at home can be stressful. You still get the phone calls. Like yesterday, I had a team drop out of my event that's coming up at the end of the month. Well, what am I going to do? I'm scrambling, right? I'm looking for something that'll calm me down immediately so that I can work to solve the problem. But first, I got to take care of my own health. So for me, my magic bullet is to turn on my music. What is one of your magic bullets? And that's where we might want to take out our pen and paper and have your magic bullet as a key factor for helping you straighten out a stressful situation. Maybe it's deep breathing. Maybe it's, I don't know, having your favorite snack. Maybe it's having some tea ready at your availability. For me, it's Fleetwood Mac is a go-to, Rolling Stones, or Heart. And immediately the instrumentation comes on. I recognize some different strings that I hadn't heard before, or I'll literally try to tune into, what didn't I notice about that drum solo in the middle? And maybe instead of turning it down for the guitar solo, which sometimes I do, I'll turn it up. But it's being cognizant and it's just doing something that washes over me. Another thing I do when I'm feeling stressed is I'll warm my hands and create this imaginary ball of energy. So I'm making it grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually it's so big, it envelops me. And then I'm in this really nice ball of energy, that I can feel all around me, like this sphere of good vibes. And that sets me up with good intention for my next goal, which probably is a phone call to try and get another team to play in my event. And when I'm ready to make that phone call, another thing I will be reminded of by my coaches, because, hey, the coach needs to be coached. The motivator needs to be motivated too, right? We all need to hear these messages all the time. But my coach has told me, set your intention. So I say to myself, okay, let me feel good intentions and let me give out good intentions. And then let me receive good intentions. Feel, give them out, feel them back. Again, I want my cake and eat it too. I want to be a good business person and be able to sleep at night. And I want people to give that back to me. And you know what? They do. Another thing, talking about what we write things down. Did you know that speech overrides thoughts? When we are having a bad day, when we're getting up and, like my right knee is bothering me right now. Some days are so tough, I sleep in. Or I feel so much pain, I gotta you guys know what I'm talking about. Rolling out of bed is tough. But studies have shown over and over again that what you speak, and you can talk to yourself out loud or in your car or in your shower, overrides thoughts. Look these up. There's a Stanford University study on this, and I'm happy to share it with you guys that Shantae and Maggie can get out to everybody after. It's a wonderful study that, and there are multiple studies on this, that even if you're feeling really bad, you can say something like, I got this. That can help you. It will reset everything. I don't know why exactly it works. Those studies are pretty technical. We can revisit them, but I believe the studies, and I believe that my words are powerful. So here's what I tell myself every day. You can do it. I have this little thing on top of one of my other tools that I'm going to share with you in a minute that says you can do it. Okay. Speech overrides thoughts. So make sure your self-talk is worthy of you. Okay. And be kind to yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a hug. When we make mistakes, and I make them all the time, like for example, last week I called somebody Laura. Well, her name is Stacy. Stacy without an E. Stacy. I called her Laura in an email. She said, I'm not sure this email was meant for me. She was very polite about it. And I said, my bad. I made an error. I'm sorry. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself some grace. It happens. All right. Next segment, I want to talk with you all about our tools that can help us. Again, time management is hard when what's racing through your mind is, I'm in pain today. So, let's try and address our pain. That's why we're going to exercise a little bit later. Maybe for you, it's an ibuprofen or your regular pain meds. For me, sometimes it's just 1 or 2 ibuprofen might be all it takes to help me with pain. I put the tools in my tool chest to help me develop skills. So here's one right here. I found a refurbished iPad. I paid a fraction of the price for it. I got it off Amazon a couple years ago. And this baby is amazing. I actually write down on a grid what I have to do that day. Okay. So that might have 5 or 6 to-do items on it. And keep in mind, I put my little you can do it sign on top of that iPad. So it's a little bit of manual reminder and electronic, cut down on paper. But once I have my grid of 5 action items, no more than 5, that's way too much. I'm not going to get them all done in that day. I'm going to try, but it's not going to happen. So then I break it down into one tiny grid about the size of this, and I make that the only thing I see on that whole area of the iPad. One thing at a time. That's how I tackle things. Just one thing. Then once I'm done, I write that down in my log, which I keep over there on the bookshelf. It's a little journal and a spiritual log. That gets the wins, only wins. So at the end of the week, I flip through it and I see the wins where I might highlight it in yellow or put a little, I bought myself star stickers because that's my carrot at the end of the stick, is I can highlight my accomplishment in my log and put a star beside it, or color a circle around that accomplishment with a pink pencil crayon. I do these things. I'm not 5 years old in kindergarten, but those are some of the things that make me happy and give me joy. Okay, right? That's a whole other topic I want to touch on too. Next section, joy. What gives you joy, guys? What gives you joy? I'm going to pause for 10 seconds and let you think about that and write it down. Okay? Do you have it? I'm going to want to know what those are. You can put them in the chat whenever you feel like it, or bring them up for Q&A. What makes you want to just go, joy? I came home one day to my husband. He was in the kitchen making supper, which was so nice. And all of a sudden he just screams, joy. So wasn't that nice? And I want to know what gives you that feeling. And that's something we should hold on to or keep in our back pocket as a magic bullet. I like playing piano. Do you? Wonderful. When my kids are happy. Shantae, thank you. That gives you joy. I love it. Oh, that is so nice. That makes me happy too. I don't have kids, but my husband is my family and he is my everything. And when he's happy, I'm happy. So I can understand in that way. Oh, that's fabulous. Also for me, getting something done and being able to use that little sticker in my log, that makes me feel good. That brings me joy. Having a life of meaning brings me joy as well. And that's hard to do. We can't all say that, right? It's tough to have lupus when your mind is racing a mile a minute, but your body wants to go like this or go like this. Oh, and so it goes. And that's why I have that beautiful, huge couch because, I rest. When I need to rest, I rest. I know we don't all have the luxury of doing that. So that's tough. And sometimes I don't either, when I'm working outside of the home, which is often, or I'm on a conference somewhere, like, what are you going to do to raise your energy? Okay. So one thing I do to raise my energy is self-talk. You got this. Or go to the mirror. This is a trick my sister taught me. And say to yourself in that mirror, you can do it. Say your name. Regan, you can do this. And then I have a glass of water. Okay. Maybe a little bit of caffeine. That's for you to decide. And I turn on my music. So it's always when you need that boost, whether it's energy or whether it's just a rewrite of your own self-talk, magic bullets, magic bullets, magic bullets. Okay. You might even want to write your magic bullet on the back of your goal. Okay. That is power right there. And it works. Again, studies. I follow up with all this stuff because I want to make sure that it's real. I subscribe to the Arnold Schwarzenegger blog, which is free, The Pump. Recently, they do a ton of research. And there's a research article in there that talks about how water can help you improve memory and it can improve mood. So I drink a lot of water. Do you guys too? Because do you guys also have Sjogren's? I have Sjogren's as well. So I have systemic lupus with kidney involvement, Sjogren's, I have secondary fibromyalgia, and I have osteoarthritis. And I have a little bit of peripheral neuropathy too, which I think is from cyclophosphamide for 2.5 years. So my mouth is always dry. Those are the things I'm dealing with. And so I'm always drinking water anyway. But something of interest is that they said, and I'm sure you guys have heard this too, pardon me, when we start to feel thirst, that's when it's too late. We're already getting into, I guess we're getting dehydrated. That's when you need water. Well, you needed water prior to that too. So this is such a good tool. If you're already drinking water, sometimes they say, and run this by your doctor, drink a little more. Of course, there is such thing as drinking too much water, okay? But you have to drink a huge amount of it in a short amount of time to get into trouble. Ask your doctor about this, especially if you have kidney involvement. But in general, my nephrologist told me that water was good for my kidneys. So, hey, now I know it's a mood booster as well and good for energy. And I need it, baby. All right, let's quickly talk about a few more tools and skills. Just going to throw some ideas out to you or ask you to write in the chat, what are some tools that you would like to take up or are already using right now for your health? One tool I used was therapy. That tackled the emotional stuff. I found free counseling at the Lupus Foundation of Colorado. And I know that Lupus California has wonderful support groups. I would take advantage of that. That can help you so much. I mean, the skill that I got out of being able to tell my story and go to therapy was I became a better communicator. I was able to identify problems that bothered me sooner. That helps me to be able to address them. Another tool I used was I did attend community and taekwondo. Well, that helped me be able to stand for longer periods of time. So figure out things that you can do that may not cost anything, but that are going to enrich your life and your skill set. Because the skill set matters when we're at work, not just at home, family. It's also important for work so we can continue to strive, okay? And finally, create your own reality. Again, write down what matters to you in a personal mission statement. I asked you earlier what gives you joy, and I gave you 10 seconds. Usually a personal mission statement brings in either what gives you joy or what you feel passionate about. So my personal mission statement is to help find a cure for lupus, okay? What's yours? What would it be if I gave you not much time and the first thing that came to your head was? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to write your personal mission statement. I'm serious. 1. What came to your mind? Maybe it's something to write down and tweak later and think about. And maybe that'll be something that you carry with you. And did you know a lot of leaders take their personal mission statement with them to work? I have a friend who works as a pharmacist in a line of health, and he has a personal mission statement of caring for the patient. It's all about the patient. It's not about the bottom line. Then he takes that to his team at work, and when they talk about that for their morning huddle, it's about the patient. That really helps their team stay focused on what matters. And guess what? It does improve their business model and their bottom line. Just seems to work when we have good intentions. All right, guys. I love you, curl well, and have fun. That's what Todd and I say to each other when we're in a high stress situation, trying to take the pressure out of a pressure-filled situation. Those 3 words, instead of make your shots, I love you, curl well, and have fun. Okay? So we've asked you, what is your joy? What is your passion? What motivates you? I'm motivated, like Jason, by people. If I have to write a paper, I'm not going to think about, well, what is the technical stuff in the paper? I'm going to think about the person reading it. What are they going to think when they read this paper? And that's my motivation. There's nothing wrong with wanting to achieve and make more money at work. That's a great motivator too. I love that. Whatever is your motivator is right. Then we don't have time for all of this stuff to talk about today, but feel free to reach out to me after our exercise session. The last thing I want to put in your brain is, how do you like to be communicated with? Do you like it when people, when you're having a bad day, give you a hug? Do you like it when they give you your space? Do you want them to speak with you? Do you want them to sit back a little bit? Those are important, really important dynamics for you and your friends, and for your family, and for your significant other. Food for thought. All right, you guys, so now I'm going to change it over to our food and exercise portion. Real brief comment about food. We have in the past talked about a low glycemic index diet. And Maggie and Shantae, if folks are interested in that too, I can send them what I have put together, approved by my rheumatologist and cardiologist, to be able to share with folks. But it's pretty simple stuff. Low sugar foods, lots of fruits and vegetables, and protein, but not a crazy amount of protein, everything in moderation. But like breakfast is eggs and fruit for me. And if I'm still hungry, some rye grain instead of wheat, but just, some cooked cereal. And lunch might be chicken on top of a salad with a baked potato. My afternoon snack might be some canned peaches with some almonds. And supper time could be maybe the same as lunch. We make lots of food here in one chunk so that we have leftovers. And then I do like to have some food at night too, so my stomach is never growling. I eat so that I'm always having food in my stomach. So I might have a little bit of cereal again, or another piece of fruit, or some cottage cheese. So, okay, you guys, that wraps up the emotional piece of how we address ourselves and do self-talk. And now I want to talk about energy and making our body feel better with some simple movements. Are you guys ready? Should I get started? Okay, here we go, my friends. So I'm going to back up. Hopefully you can still hear me quite well. And every time we do this chair exercise, I just start with the basics. Head to toe. Let's move our joints. I'm going to move my neck left to right and hold. Oh boy, that feels so good. Oh, and I have pain going this way, but I'm just going to ease into it. Okay, breathe into the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, my friends, tip that top of the head to the shoulder and hold. Keeping your spine neutral the whole time and relaxing your shoulders. Now let's do chin to chest if you can. And then chin to the shoulder. Oh boy, that is so good. Good. All right, my friends, let's roll those shoulders. I'm going to roll them behind me. And now roll them in front. Now I'm going to shrug my shoulders, relax. 2 more times, relax. 1 more shrug, relax, and breathe. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Hug. Oh, that also stretches the shoulders. Oh, give it to me. That is such a good stretch. Yes! Let's do it again, my friends. Breathe. Okay. Fabulous. Good. Okay, let's turn a little bit. Rotating that trunk. 1 more time each side. Good. Now we're going to rotate again with some medium-sized circles. One way. Place your weight on your hands when you go forward so you don't put too much strain on your lower back. And now let's go the other direction. Oh, fabulous, my friends. Good, 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 good. Whee! Now, I'm going to rotate my shoulders with big circles. One way and then the other. Oh, that feels so nice. And the other side. And the other direction. I'm starting to get warm. Are you? All right. Oh, I forgot our wrists. Oh, let's do the elbows and the wrists, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Let's rotate the wrists one way. Rotate the wrist the other way. Flex. Extend. Flex. Extend. Left. Right. Okay. Good. Maybe you even want to stretch. Okay, whatever feels right for you. I often get pain in this joint in the thumb. Oh boy. So sometimes I pull that thumb out of the joint because that's what my rheumatologist does. But you might want to double check that. You don't want to hurt your joints. You just want to mobilize them to make them feel better. Okay, not manipulate, mobilize, which means move. Okay. Sometimes you even want to move your joints manually, that first and second joint. Okay. Oh, that feels good. Now, I'm already standing, so you can stand or sit. I'm going to mobilize my hips, open them up. Okay, you can do this from a chair. I'm going to do the other side. Open them up. If that hurts, just plant your heel on the floor and rotate your foot like this. Plant and rotate. Plant and rotate. Good. Take a step out to the side, which you could do from a chair. Okay. Step to the side. Good. Big steps or little steps. Now we're going to step in front. Okay. Keep stepping for a few more seconds. Now we're going to step behind. Okay. Just get that leg behind you. Guess what? You're working your hamstrings when you step behind. So just step behind. That's all I'm doing from the chair. Oh, I'm starting to feel like my body can move a little better now. Okay. Oh, get that whole side stretched. Okay. Now to support the spine, you want to have your hand here. That's important. A lot of us have back issues. So never do unsupported bending, including when you lean forward. Put those hands on your knees. Guess what? I'm an engineer, so I know about forces. Your body weight is getting supported by your hands here. But here it's unsupported. So put your weight on your hands. Okay. But just again, to reiterate, support yourself when you do this stretch. Okay, so now I'm going to rotate my ankles. If I'm standing, I'm just going to rotate them one way and then the other. One way and then the other. Fabulous, guys. Good, good, good. Let's get started now. Now, I am going to just put this aside because I'm getting warm and I want to do cardio and then weights. Cardio and weights. That's all we're going to do. Standing or sitting, you guys. I'm going to do some bicep curls, okay? Shoulders back, neck relaxed, and we're going to curl and do a pattern. Now, if you're feeling like this is too much weight, don't use weights. You don't need them. Or use your cans. I use lightweight cans, okay? That's what I'm going to use today. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2. 3 and 1. 3, 2, 1, quick down. 3, 2, 1, quick down. Good. Quick down. 3, 2, 1. Reverse. Quick up. Slow, slow, slow. 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 2 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 more. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 8 singles. 8, 7, 6. Your elbows are fixed in space. 4, cognizant, deliberate movements. Oh, I haven't done bicep curls in a little bit. I'm going to wiggle it out a little, massage or tap. Whee! Do a gentle stretch. And if we had more time, you would repeat that whole exercise. I want to show you more exercises, so we're going to move on. Legs. Legs are important, okay? We can do knee lifts or extensions. These were given to me by a knee surgeon, and he told me to strengthen those muscles around the knee, and it kept me out of the operating room. So let's do 8. 8, 7, 6. Draw your belly button to your spine. Okay, don't hold your breath. Always breathe. Okay, now we're going to do 8 steps. So you can step or you can lift. I'm just going to step. 8, 7. Heel is tapping the floor in front of me. Good. If you want to make it harder, resist. Put your weight and push against your leg. When you do that, you're actually helping build your hip flexor muscles, which are the ones that help lift your leg, as well as your quads, which are these big ones that help you walk, squat, jump, jog, everything. Okay? Now I'm going to lift this time, so I'm going to go 8, 7. You can see I'm assisting myself with my arms because I can't quite do it on my own today. So lift with your leg. Secret alert. You can do those leg lifts in your bathtub or hot tub, whatever. But in the bathtub, even in a short amount of water, that buoyancy factor makes it a little easier to lift your legs. Okay, so now if you're able to, we could do some squats. If you're not able to stand, squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt, don't hold it too long, and squeeze your butt. If you can stand with me, we're gonna lean forward. So weight is on our hands, on our knees. Lean forward, come up. Lean forward, put your weight on your hands, sit down. Hip bones are up and out, like your butt is sticking out, because that's gonna protect your back, and down. Belly button to spine. Stand up. So this is kind of like what we were talking about before. I'm not squatting. I'm not performing a squat. I'm drawing my belly button to my spine and sticking my butt out. Guess what? That helps us focus on form, which means the exercise is safe, which therefore means we achieve the goal, which is a squat. Okay? So pretty soon, you work up to being able to go lower without having to use the chair. Okay? Maybe you can already do that today. I'm only going to do a few more today because of my knees. So I'm going to go 4, stand up. 3, stand all the way up. 2, stand up again. And 1, heart rate's up. Okay? So since my heart rate's up, I'm going to walk a little to keep it up and burn some calories. Also, it's important when your heart rate is up to slowly walk it down with movement. One thing I learned when I was sweeping really hard on the ice, you build up a good heart rate, walk it down, never stop. If you stop, blood could pool in your extremities. Same with isometric exercise. When we squeezed our butt there, don't hold it for too long because we don't want to build up blood in any one area of our body, right? Because we got to be aware of our vascular involvement with this disease. So walk it out, and you're basically making sure while your heart rate comes down to a normal amount, a normal speed, your blood is flowing in your body. Okay, that's why I always incorporate cardio with this strength workout. So you get the picture. All right. So speaking of cardio, let's do a cardio segment. I'm going to go step out and punch with my arm. So step punch, and if you can't punch very far, that's cool. If you can, great. If you want to increase intensity, put the arms up over your head. But if you have any heart issues, we don't want to have the arms going any higher than shoulder height. And as with everything, run this by your doctor, please, before you start a new exercise program. I'm kicking out the same side for my arm and leg. Then I'm gonna make it opposite where I do right arm, left leg. Here we go. And doing it. Whee! Okay. Let's do 8 of those. 8, 7, 6, 5. Get ready to do the same side again. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Get ready to do the opposite. And opposite. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Same side. Here we come. And same. Oh, I messed up. I got to start over again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Okay, gently walk it out. Or just slightly lift your heels and your toes, move a little bit so you're not totally stopping, and then get ready to do this with me. Let's tease that brain again, okay? I can get closer to you, I think. I need more water. Crossing your body. Pick a side, tap the other side. Tap the other side, go to your elbows, elbows, wrists, wrists, knees, knees. Okay, so here we go. Shoulder, shoulder, elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, knee, knee. Shoulder, shoulder, elbow, elbow, wrist. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee. One more time. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee. Take your other side and start with the opposite side. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee. Good. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee, and shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee. Keep going. Speed it up if you can. And shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee. Yes, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee, and shoulder, elbow, wrist, and knee. Yes, good job, you guys. Okay, fun. Let's work that chest. 2 ways to work the chest. You can do a chest press with or without weights, okay? Or you can do push-ups. Dealer's choice. For my push-ups, I'm not getting down onto the floor. I'm not even going to do a wall push-up. I'm going to do simple push-up today where I have a very low range of motion. And I'm protecting my back here by squeezing my belly button to my spine and having my butt bones up and out. So my back is slightly arched. It's not rounded. And I'm going to gently do a push-up like this. Or use something that's a different height that might work a little better. Like if the higher the height is, the easier they are. So I'm doing mini push-ups right now. Mini, 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 mini. Okay. These would be a little harder because you're lower. Mini, 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 mini. If it hurts your wrists, you know what? Try the wall because that way not all of your gravity is down on these wrists. Or try this grip. Sometimes people do this, but that can be hard on the wrist. So my solution is if you have sore wrists, do a standing chest press, okay? Where you may or may not use weights, and you're simply extending like this. And you'd think this works your arms. Well, it does, but it also works your chest. You extend and hold. Bring it back in. Extend and hold. Maybe here you squeeze your chest muscles. Bring it back in. Extend. Bring it back. One more time. Bring it back. Good. Okay, let's do the back real quick, you guys. So, good mornings are where you just stand and lean forward. But remember what I said, we want to have your weight on your legs so that, especially if you're just starting, you don't strain your back. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to lean forward and I'm going to let myself be pulled up by my back. All those muscles, especially the long one that runs along your spine, the erector spinae, let them go to work for you. And your back lifts you back up. And your back brings you back up. And your back brings you back up. And your back is going to bring you back up. Good. Take a break, you guys. Do a few more of those. Now, while you're doing those, I want to show you an alternative, which is kind of fun. I like to take my weights, and I love this exercise. So lift the weights up. Single side row. And here I'm placing my weight on my hand as well so that I don't strain my back. That's what this looks like, okay? Other side. Or you can continue to do those good mornings that are supported. Good. In the gym, you'll see people doing rows where once you work up to it, you squat a little, Have your proper form, breathing, and do your rolls. I'm just bringing up the weights at about a 45-degree angle. And those are really fun too. That works the shoulder blades, the back, especially the upper back, like your rhomboids. Okay, even your traps a little. This is a very nice exercise. You can also do it from a chair. You know, I was really feeling that in my quads, so take a break and do it from the chair. Let's do a quick cardio move. Anything works. Dancing to music works. Getting your arms and legs moving works. Walking on a spot and doing lateral movement with your arms works. This is my modified jack. So I don't do jumping jacks. I do easy jacks, gentle jacks. And I just want to show you how to work the back of your legs now, like we did before. Like we squeezed our glutes before, which was really nice to work those buns. Or you could do a deadlift. Hinge at the hip and squat. So when we squatted before, we hinged at the hip and we were working mostly our quads, but you're also working your glutes and your hamstrings. Now, if you hinge a little more at the hip, that's going to put more responsibility on your glutes and your hamstrings. And that's the traditional way to work your posterior chain, okay? Which is primarily your glutes and your hamstrings. Secret time. You can also work them by doing this, which you can also do from a chair. Anytime you step behind you, even if it's a baby step, it takes a muscle to move that leg. So one of the muscles being used is your hamstring. Or if you're walking on a spot at home in front of your TV, which is how I often exercise, walk backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. So there you have it, guys. You have seen how to exercise most muscle groups of your body. We didn't do shoulders. We did shoulders with the push-ups, but you can also do shoulder presses. You can do mini presses, just a little bit of movement counts. And for doing triceps, kickbacks count, okay? Or even just standing here and doing this works. You're working your triceps. Anytime you're moving muscles, you're working your muscles. So that's the beauty of this program, is we want to keep it gentle and also incorporate cardio in there as well as joint mobility. Okay, I know Shantae and Maggie are going to put some free videos for you, courtesy of Lupus Foundation of Northern California, before it became California Lupus Foundation. So now LFNC and California Lupus Foundation for you guys. And if the link doesn't work, let me know, but it should. There's like 96 videos for you in a library to look at, and they're free for your use. And I hope they work for you. Anyway, I think it's about my time. So I want to say thank you guys so much and open it up to any questions you guys might have.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Regan. I mean, that was amazing. And I have to say, for lupus patients, this is extra special. As you know, it's hard to get moving. And I think that sometimes we think, oh, we can't do it. I can't do it because I have, so much joint pain here and it's going to be so hard. But even the little movements are what matters. So I really, I'm excited about it. I'm glad that I got to facilitate here today, because now I have learned a new resource. Like, you are awesome. Thank you so much for bringing that to us today.
And you're right, Shantae. Thank you for bringing that up. You can just do a little bit. Baby steps count. But I did forget to say that if a certain part hurts, don't move that part or wait till the next day, but try to move something. Because like you say, little bits can turn into big results. So
yes,
thank you for that. Thank you.
Yes. All right.
So, not decide if it's, if it's not the same side. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see if we have any questions. Maggie? Do we have any questions? Any questions? So folks, you can drop them in the chat. And I know Maggie is monitoring that as well.
Okay.
Any questions for Regan today? Okay, well, I don't see any coming in. Maggie, I just want to check with you one more time on your side. Okay, yeah, I don't see any questions. Um, all right, well,
If you come up later, feel free to reach out to me. Folks can always, I'm happy to give, if you're willing to give it, they can reach out to me directly too. It's all good. I'm happy to share my phone number and email.
great. Well, I want to just remind everyone to please take the survey that you're going to receive via email as you know when you registered for this webinar. So you'll get a survey to fill out, and again, it's going to help us find different topics that you're interested in, and then also let us know how our conferences can be improved. As Regan mentioned, we will have her videos available to us on the website. So please do take advantage of that. What an excellent resource um, that you can find for free just by being a part of the California Lupus Foundation. So we want to make sure that we're offering that support to you all, and we're very grateful for Regan to give us that. And you said it was 96 videos, Regan?
Yeah.
That's
Yes. Okay.
amazing.
Oh, thanks.
And I think that just shows that there has to be something out there for everyone, because again, everyone has like different limitations, different physical capabilities, but just by looking at your exercises, and I was following along doing a couple of them, like it's easy to do. They're easy to do. And again, I think just any little bit helps, and I know it's motivating me to get my exercise going. I'm very in need of an exercise program. So again, this is great. So take advantage of those videos. Also, we're working on scheduling our next Lupus Health Conference, which will be in the summer, so look out for that. And lastly, I wanted to announce that we're also excited um, to announce that we have scheduled our second Drive Out Lupus fundraiser at Top Golf in San Jose on Saturday, June 27th. So mark your calendar for June 27th. That's going to be the Top Golf fundraiser. This year, it's going to include 3 hours of golf and lunch this time. So if you live in the Bay Area, and even if you don't live in the Bay Area, make it a road trip. I know like we lots of people are tuning in from different places, not just San Jose or the Bay Area, but I live in Sacramento, and I want to just make it into a road trip. So make it into a road trip, even if you don't live in the Bay Area. It's obviously for a good cause. You don't want to miss it. And also, it might be a good Father's Day gift. So that's another thing to think about. You can find more information for this fundraiser for Top Golf on californialupus.org/events. All right, so we have come to
Awesome.
the end of the conference. And again, I just want to thank our wonderful presenter today, Regan Birr. And again, you can go on our website, find her videos, find the resources. She has an amazing website also, so you can find her website as well. Do you want to tell us your website, Regan?
Dante, that's so kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, it's reganmoves.com. So REGAN moves. Yeah, thanks guys. I hope you do. Because like you say, Shantae, I mean, I don't know, how's your pain level today?
I'm probably at a 6 today.
Oh, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to hear that. Were you able to what were the things, what was one thing you could do and what was something that you couldn't do today?
Well, I'll say like doing like sitting in the ones that you were sitting in the chair, like that's the most helpful, I think, because sometimes I think, oh, I need to be out like to feel successful in like my exercise program. I need to be up and, moving and doing all these things, but you could be successful sitting in a chair and just doing some minimal movements.
Totally.
So those, I think those were the ones that were like, wow. I feel like I've done something, and I feel like I'm starting to feel some effects here. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. And I forgot to do my whole abdominal section too, where you do
Ooh,
feel it. And to be honest with you, I enjoy it the most too when it's all sitting down.
yeah.
And those videos are like they're either sitting or standing. Sometimes a little mix, but there are lots of ones that are seated. So I hope some of those really, are helpful and fun. And
Yeah.
and they have some music with them too, which makes it fun.
Yes. Oh, of course. Music is always makes everything better. So
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Well, again, thank you, Regan, and thank you everyone else for joining us today. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and to all the mothers, happy Mother's Day as well.
Happy Mother's Day to you as well.
Thank
Happy
you.
Mother's Day. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.